Shalom. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 16. And this applies to the hope for the elect. And why is that? Because we've been given that eye salve. So spiritually, we can see the prophecies that are unfolding around us. And it reads this, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verse 17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. You see, in this time, we get to see the prophecies unfold. We get to see the prophecies coming into fruition. In this article here, and what prophecy am I referring to? Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th through the 18th verse. All right, I want to touch on this article here, and it reads this. Elon Musk Neuralink says 10,000 patients have signed up for its brain CHIP. Man, what a beautiful time we're truly living in. I'm going to read down a little bit further, and I'm going to share a few other articles and some quick shorts, and I hope through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that it is edifying. It reads this, and let me say this. This brain CHIP here, this is what the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter through the 16th to the 18th verse is talking about here, man. All right? The one that Elon Musk is working on that goes into your head, and also that micro CHIP that's prepared to go into your hand as well. All right? Those are going to be the two primary devices, and I'm sure the elites are going to make other forms of a CHIP. I saw a report of an eye scan device too as well. That's going to be available to the masses, all right, to be able to function in the upcoming new world order in that society, right? It reads this. I'm going to continue on with this article here. Elon Musk brain CHIP startup Neuralink has backlogged of 10,000 people hoping to get the brain-computer interface implant in their skull. The company's president said Neuralink opens a patient registry on its website earlier this year, allowing people around the world to sign up for trials of the technology. There have already been 12 clinical trial patients who use Neuralink's devices to control computers with their thoughts. A further 13 people are expected to have the brain CHIP implanted at the end of the year. And just for my own fact checking, I wanted to go to this website to see if what they were saying is true. Now, as you can see here, this is neuronlink.com, etc. And yes, they have a patient registry. I even clicked on it a bit to see if it was factual, and it is. And let's come out of this here, all right? And you have to couple that with what just took place in the UK. And even now, there's an uproar, as also prophesied amongst the people. It states this, UK, slip of the tongue there, faces backlash over mandatory digital ID. Could the US be next? And the reason that they're facing backlash, because you're going to have those people that are just not going to go for this, all right? You have some older people that's up in age, all right? They just rebelled against any damn thing, all right? And you're going to have those people that are going to kick against the pricks, all right? And essentially, you're even going to have Edomites that are going to come up against this system as well, because remember, the Lord said, I'm going to turn Egyptian against Egyptian, all right? But let me come out of this here. I got a few shorts I want to tie into this particular lesson. Listen closely, and per usual, I'll chime in momentarily.
We just have been putting chips inside of our hands since 2018. 2018, they're rice-sized chips. You place them in between your thumb and your index, just like how they said that it would be. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that say, oh, that's how we're going to buy and purchase everything eventually in the last days. Just so that you're aware, this is a group by biohackers, and biohackers were just doing it, and then they begin slowly to integrate it into society as a whole. So imagine being able to travel, get on the bus, and all you got to do is just wave your hand. Now, it's still young in this development, but it's been going on since 2018. So they've got really sophisticated with how they handle these things. Just like if you look at your cell phone, you have an NFC chip inside of it. That's basically all that this is. Their aim is to replace any physical items at all. Car keys, credit cards, certain information. Even if you pass away, they'll be able to scan the chip and get the information to find out who you are so they can identify the body. There are some positive things to it. but people say it might end up. So again, is it harmful? Is it something that we should be afraid of, or should we be embracing this? Maybe it's not that deep. Will it be helpful towards society as a whole is the question that we have to ask. We just have been...
The microchips in your hand, it can open your car and open your apartment door, and now you can pay for groceries in it. And look at the NPC here, thinking this is the salvation, thinking this is the freedom, when it's really the shackles here in clip 8.
And now hopefully it's when I'm about to pay for my groceries with my door. That's the coolest thing ever.
You might think, well, yeah, okay, microchip in the hand to access all my stuff or have all my information. Oh, sure, that's a nice microchip you have in your arm. Makes it really easy to get access to your car and apartment. You don't have to worry about losing your keys or your wallet or your ID. It's all right there. But what happens when all of a sudden you don't get access to it anymore? Did you consume too much meat? Did you consume too much energy? Did you share the wrong social media post? Did you say the wrong thing? And all of a sudden that access is gone. And then what do you become? A slave.
You stop there. We come from here. Bear with me 1 second, Baba Kusha. Now, I posed this question to Google, right? And listen to the answer that it gave me. The question that I posed was, what would be the purpose of a micro C-hip in your hand? All right. And this is what the AI overview gave me. All right. You know, the scriptures tell us to write the vision and make it plain. All right. Now, in the AI overview, this is the response. It reads, the purpose of a micro C-hip in the hand is to provide a convenient and contactless way to store and access personal information, acting as a replacement for physical items like wallets, keys, and, keys. These chips can be used as contactless payments. Remember, the scriptures tells us he calls us all, right? Unless you want to buy, sell, and or trade. It states, I'll read it again. These chips can be used for contactless payments, unlocking doors, accessing public transport, and storing medical history or digital identity. All right. And as you can see here at the bottom, it gives examples of uses: payments, access ID, transit, information sharing, medical records. You see that? Convenience, benefits, convenience, security, and efficiency. Plain, simple, like the scripture states, his ways are plain unto the holy, all right? But they are a stumbling block unto the wicked. This is the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter and the 18th verse, and it reads, I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in a fire. And who is the you that the Lord is counseling? That's the hope for the elect. And what is the gold refined in the fire? That's referring to his men, all right? Starting with our elder apostles, elder bishops, and teachers on down. All right, the next precept that comes to mind is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2. All right, acceptable men through the furnace of adversity. And through that furnace of adversity, we become more refined. All right, we become more likened unto pure gold. And should we be of the elect, we're going to be worth our weight in gold. Okay, we'll read that again. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in a fire so that you may become rich, because that's what happens to us. You know, as we become more and more immersed in this truth, we become more richer. All right. There's nothing better than having the correct wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth, of the prophecies, and white clothes to wear, because this truth, it covers us. And how do we know? Continuing on, it tells us so that you can cover your shameful nakedness, and eye salve to put on your eyes so that you can see. You see the benefits that we have through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right. We become rich. This truth is likened unto a garment, and also it covers our shame. As a matter of fact, it tells us that it gives us the eye salve so we can see the prophecies happening right before our eyes. You know, in the book of Romans, I believe it's the 11th chapter, it tells us the election have attained what? This truth, and the rest were blinded. All right. And that's the lesson. And I hope through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai that this quick lesson has been edifying. Shalom.
Within a few weeks, the suicidal thoughts just disappeared.
Forget therapy. This chip targets the exact part of your brain causing depression. A woman named Sarah suffered from severe, suicidal depression for years. No meds or therapy worked. Until doctors at UCSF implanted a chip in her brain. It reads her brain activity in real time and zaps depressive signals the moment they show up. Her symptoms? Gone. This isn't sci-fi. It's called a responsive neurostimulator, and it's changing mental health forever. Elon Musk's Neuralink is also developing similar tech to treat depression, anxiety, and even PTSD by stimulating specific regions of the brain, like the amygdala or Area 25. This could be the future of mental health. Real-time, brain-based treatment that works when nothing else can. Would you implant a chip to feel better? Follow Neural Digest AI for more breakthroughs that feel like the future.